Just trying to get to know them. Simple questions. How you doing? How many siblings you have? Can you be coached? It's about the same. I'm in all the meetings. I mean, try to put myself in their position, being 19, 20 years old. You're being grilled by a lot of people at one time that you don't know. But I tell you what, they handle it a lot better than I probably would at that age. And but it's interesting to see how they respond and some of their answers. And it's been like pleasantly. I've been surprised every year I've come in here. All the how they carry themselves, conduct themselves. I'm sure that a lot of them are coached, but we try to throw questions that they're probably not coached with those questions. Tommy's definitely leading the group. But we have a lot of people in there. And we all ask questions. We all want to get to know the player. I mean, I'm the first to say I don't know much about any of the players. I try to read up on them and try to catch up on them on the film. But our group's been watching them all year long, and some for a couple of years. But Tommy's leading it, and it's been great. It's just been great to see, getting to meet the players that we potentially could be drafting. I mean, it could be too much if you take it in and really don't give any leeway to a kid making a mistake. I mean, we've all made 1,000 mistakes, and we didn't have the camera, the smartphone, the social media on top of it. So I look at it, and I'm like, that's normal. If it's okay, you made a mistake, you got in trouble, you failed a class, you cut school one day. Those are all, I mean, at least normal in my eyes. But you get to see that all now. You get to see that all, but you have to. It's great to take it in and try to figure out if that player is going to fit your program, and you go from there. Sometimes you don't get the players that you request, and the NBA gives you certain players. I don't know really how that system works. I don't really want to know much about it. I like to be playing or being, in the playoffs this time. I haven't been to a lot of these camps, but it's not really odd because you're in front of the kid for 30 minutes. I mean, and he's going to. I mean, they're all pretty versed on what we're going to be asking. I mean, nobody's going to be asking many different questions, so he's probably, plus in fairness to him, he's probably tired. It could be his 8th 30-minute session of the day. We all get tired.
At this point last year, do you remember kind of what you knew about Troy, if anything?
I know what I knew about him. I knew he was for his age at 19, or at that time I think he was only 18, that he had a high basketball IQ, that he's a winner, that he's a great kid, and those are the traits that we want, the qualities that we want going forward. And I thought he had a great year. I thought he had a good year. How it all worked out. Take away his ankle injury, those 3 weeks, I think he could have played earlier and then played much more towards the end of the season. But I like what he's done. I talked to him a couple of days ago on the phone, which is like a miracle, talking to any of our players on the telephone. But it was good to hear his voice. He's excited. He wants to get his body, in better shape. And I've seen a lot of 19-year-olds become 20-year-olds, and that summer, these next couple of summers, you're going to see a better player, a better body, and he's a worker, and I'm proud of the work that he's going to put in this summer.
Sure.
He's elite. You don't find John Walls in the draft every year. I'm just looking back some of the games that closeout game in Atlanta, just 2 years ago in the playoffs. I think he had 40-something points, just dominated the game, willed us to win on the road in a playoff series. And then the next series against Boston gave us a chance to win that series. And it's going to be tough, but we know it going into the year this year. And even though he played 30 games this year, he was probably only healthy for 10 of them. But we were always hoping, okay, hope it turns for the better. But this year we know that he's out. So in one respect, it's a little, I don't know if a little easier is the right word, but we're comfortable going into the season, and with what Brad has done, and some of our young guys are going to be better next year. I didn't get invited to nothing, zero, nothing, not even a workout, not even an interview, not even a phone call. I basically went to a summer league and played in the free agent division and played against, I was a small forward on the team. They told me that there was going to be NBA scouts at the games and agents at the games, and you're going to be spotted, but we played at 8 o'clock in the morning at Loyola Marymount, and the only thing that was in the stands was all of our girlfriends, and that was about it. And that was it, and I basically got lucky and had a tryout with Philadelphia, but I didn't go to one camp. That's why I look at some of these kids here and just see the opportunity ahead of them. A lot of it's a long shot, but they have a shot. And you just want to be in front of a team, and you want to let your abilities and your talent give yourself an opportunity to make the team, and they all will have that opportunity coming to our team or any other 29 teams.
How did you get that tryout with Philadelphia?
I went to the gym at 7 o'clock every morning. I brought a lunch, a sack lunch with a bunch of fruit and sandwiches, because I knew I was going to stay in the gym all day. And I was there from 8 to 11 o'clock at night every day. And the head of the summer league saw me, and he asked me if I wanted to play on the summer league all-star team. And not only did he ask me, he put me as the starting point guard. And then we were playing against the Atlanta Hawks, and the Russian national team was traveling together, and I played against like Spud Webb, Doc, and Saronis. And I played well at 15 points, 5 threes, 7 assists, 0 turnovers.
But you don't remember your stats or anything.
I'm not a stat guy, but yeah, we can make some. The biggest changes that we're going to make, our guys are going to come back better, and we know what we have going forward. We're going to have a really good pick and the ninth player in the draft, and there's always some free agents to add, and it's a challenge what we have faced, with John being out for most of the season, if not all the season, but he's going to do his job. I texted him yesterday. I don't even bother trying to get him on the telephone, but I text him and he responds quickly like always, and he's doing his rehab and really getting after it, and but it's early in the rehab process, but we definitely have a challenge ahead of us, but I like the group that we have.